Most people over 60 take supplements, sometimes a whole handful. But what if I told you that one of the most common ones might not even be the one you need? Or worse, what if it's missing its most important partner? You might be taking vitamin D every morning, or maybe it's calcium that's sitting by your coffee cup next to your pills. But if you're feeling stiff, tired, or just not quite yourself, it's time to ask the question, which one are you actually missing? Vitamin D or calcium? And the answer might surprise you. If you're over 60 and care about staying strong, focused, and independent, this is something worth knowing, because both vitamin D and calcium are essential, but they don't work the same way. And they don't work alone. Your body's needs shift as you age. Bones get thinner, muscles lose tone, balance becomes more important, and energy doesn't always bounce back like it used to. That's not a flaw, that's just the biology of aging. But there are nutrients that can help you stay in control, and vitamin D and calcium are two of the biggest players. The problem? Most people don't actually know how to tell if they're getting the right amount, or whether the supplements they're taking are even being absorbed properly. So if that sounds helpful, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost a thing, and we share health tips every week to help you feel your best at every age. 1. The misunderstood duo. Let's start with something simple. How do vitamin D and calcium work together? Picture this. Calcium is like bricks for your bones. Solid, heavy, important. But vitamin D, that's the foreman, the one who tells the bricks where to go. Without the foreman, you've just got a pile of bricks sitting around, not helping anyone. You could be eating yogurt, drinking milk, taking a calcium pill every day. But if your vitamin D levels are low, your body might not be using that calcium the right way. In fact, some of it could be going to places it doesn't belong, like your arteries, and that's where things get tricky. 2. The age factor. Here's where this gets especially important if you're over 60. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. That's right, even if you're getting some sun, your body might not be making enough. Add in sunscreen, long sleeves, or living in a northern climate, and your levels can drop even faster than you realize. Calcium, on the other hand, might still be coming in from your food, dairy, leafy greens, maybe even fortified cereals. But without that vitamin D escort, it just doesn't land where it's needed. The result? Weaker bones, slower healing, increased risk of fractures, and yes, even muscle cramps or fatigue. And here's the twist most people don't expect. Sometimes it's not just one or the other, it's an imbalance. You might be taking calcium, but still be low in D. You might be taking vitamin D, but not getting calcium from your diet. And that imbalance can quietly chip away at your strength. 3. How do you know which one you need? Let's pause and ask the obvious question. How do you know what you're missing? Well, the body doesn't always send loud, obvious signals, but it does whisper. Low vitamin D might show up as fatigue, even when you're sleeping well, muscle weakness that makes stairs feel harder, feeling blue or down more often than usual, slow wound healing, a little more wobble in your balance. Low calcium might feel like tingling in your fingers or around your mouth, muscle cramps or spasms, especially in your legs, brittle nails or thinning hair, weak, aching bones, or just feeling more fragile than usual. Here's the catch. Both deficiencies can overlap, and that's why guessing isn't always the best option. Sometimes it's worth getting a simple blood test, just to see where your levels actually stand. That way, if you do need a supplement, you're not shooting in the dark. The absorption problem. Let's say you are taking both, a good vitamin D supplement and some calcium from your diet. Great, right? Well, maybe. Because there's another layer people often miss, absorption. Just taking a pill doesn't guarantee your body is using it. Your stomach acid needs to be strong enough, your kidneys need to be functioning well, and certain medications, like acid blockers or corticosteroids, can actually interfere with how these nutrients are processed. So it's not just about what you take, it's about how well your body can use it. That's why pairing your supplements with meals, choosing the right form, like vitamin D3 instead of D2, and spacing them out during the day can actually make a huge difference. There's a myth that floats around in senior health circles, and even some doctors still repeat it. If you eat well and get some sun, you don't need vitamin D supplements. Now, on paper, that sounds reasonable. After all, vitamin D is called the sunshine vitamin for a reason. Your skin produces it when sunlight hits it. It's one of the only vitamins your body can actually make on its own. But here's the reality. As we age, the skin's ability to make vitamin D drops. Some studies estimate by as much as 50% by the time you're in your 70s. And that's assuming you're getting regular sun exposure, which, let's be honest, many older adults don't. Between time indoors, wearing protective clothing, and being careful with sunscreen, which is a good thing, the opportunity for natural vitamin D production shrinks fast. A recent study published in the Journal of Endocrinology followed a group of adults over 60 who had been supplementing with vitamin D for several years. When half the group was told to stop, just to see what would happen, the changes came fast. Within 4 to 6 weeks, many in the non-supplement group showed measurable drops in balance and muscle strength. Several reported more daytime fatigue and even an increase in minor falls. It wasn't a massive change, but it was enough to notice. And for anyone over 60, even a small shift in strength or stability can have a big impact. 4. The silent risk of too much calcium. Now let's flip the coin, because there's another side to this story. If vitamin D is often overlooked, calcium is sometimes overdone. For decades, we were told to take extra calcium, especially women over 50, to protect bone health. But now, some researchers are asking a different question. Are we getting too much calcium from supplements and not enough from real food? High-dose calcium supplements, especially without adequate vitamin D, may increase the risk of calcium settling in soft tissues instead of bones. That's especially concerning for the arteries and kidneys. Some experts now recommend focusing more on food-based sources of calcium: low-fat dairy, almonds, leafy greens like kale and collard greens, sardines with bones, and fortified plant-based milks. These are gentler on the body, come with additional nutrients, and may be better absorbed overall, especially when paired with a little healthy fat and some vitamin D. So, it's not about avoiding calcium, it's about getting it the right way. So what does this all mean for your daily life? It means that more isn't always better, but the right balance is powerful. It means that timing matters, that form matters, that your daily habits, even something as small as what time you take your pills or whether you eat with them, can affect how well these nutrients support your body. And most importantly, it means that you don't have to guess. A quick conversation with your doctor and a simple blood test can clear up a lot of confusion. It's a small step that can make sure you're supplementing the smart way and not wasting time, money, or risking side effects from the wrong dose. Here are a few helpful things to keep in mind as you consider your vitamin D and calcium levels. If you're taking vitamin D, choose D3 over D2. It's more effective for raising blood levels, especially in older adults. Take it with food, preferably one that contains fat, like eggs, avocado, or nuts. Vitamin D is fat soluble, which means your body needs a little fat to absorb it. If you're adding calcium, food first is best. But if you do take a supplement, look for one with no more than 500 to 600 milligrams per serving. Your body can't absorb more than that at once anyway. And don't forget magnesium. It plays a quiet, behind-the-scenes role in helping your body process both vitamin D and calcium. If you're low on magnesium, which is more common than people think, you might not get the full benefits of either one. Still unsure what you need? Talk to your doctor about checking your 25-hydroxyvitamin D level. It's the most accurate way to measure your vitamin D status, and it can guide your choices moving forward. There's no need to overcomplicate things, but there is value in paying attention. Getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means getting wiser and more in tune with what your body needs. Vitamin D and calcium aren't just for preventing bone loss. They affect how you move, how you think, how you feel when you get up in the morning. They can mean the difference between catching yourself or falling, between taking a walk with your grandkids or sitting on the sidelines. And when your body has the right tools, even just a few key nutrients in balance, you're giving yourself the chance to keep living fully, with energy, clarity, and confidence. You don't have to accept fatigue, stiffness, or fragility as the new normal, not when there are simple steps you can take to support your health from the inside out. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. We share practical, science-backed health tips every week, made just for adults over 60. No fluff, no fads, just useful advice you can actually use in daily life. Thanks for being here. And here's to staying strong, steady, and well-informed at every age.